At my 33rd birthday dinner, my sister stood up, placed her hand on her stomach, and announced she was pregnant. But here's the twist. The father wasn't her boyfriend. It was my husband. They thought they were about to humiliate me in front of everyone. But I had a secret of my own, one truth that would destroy them all. My name is Slim. I'm 33, and at my own birthday dinner, my sister announced she was pregnant with my husband's baby. Before I tell you how I shattered their world with a single truth, let me know where you're watching from in the comments, because trust me, this story is one you'll never forget. So here we are at the Ivory Room, the nicest restaurant I'd ever been to. All my friends, all my family, watching. Angela, my sister, standing there with her hand on her small bump. Joey, my husband, right beside her. A smug picture of solidarity. We're a family now, Angela smiled. Her words were daggers. They expected me to crumble, to cry, to make a scene, but I didn't. I raised my glass, and I smiled. Because they didn't know, I had already written the script. 6 weeks earlier. It was a Tuesday. I picked up our shared family iPad and saw an email notification from Angela to Joey. Subject line, our plan. I opened it, and my blood turned to ice. Every detail of their affair and their plan. To humiliate me at my own birthday dinner. To break me so badly I wouldn't fight back. I dropped the iPad. The crack on the floor echoed the crack in my chest. I locked myself in the bathroom and let out one silent scream. But grief hardened into rage, and rage sharpened into clarity. We had been trying for a baby for years. Joey swore he had gotten tested. He told me the doctor said it wasn't him. It had to be me. I carried that shame for a year, believing I was broken. But now I knew I needed the truth. With Kim, my best friend, we tracked down his real results. And when the report arrived, my hand shook as I clicked it open. Summary: 0 sperm motility. Diagnosis: isospermia. Joey was sterile. The biggest lie wasn't the affair. It was letting me believe I was the problem. But the lies went deeper. I checked our bank records. No clinic payments. Instead, $20,000 withdrawn in cash. I hired a private investigator, not to prove cheating, I already knew, but to follow the money. What he uncovered was worse than I ever imagined. Payments to Angela, her rent, her car, her designer bags, and the kill shot. $200,000 stolen from Joey's company, laundered into a house in my mother's name. This wasn't just betrayal. It was a conspiracy. Which brings us back to that birthday dinner. Angela's smug smile, Joey's fake pity, my mother watching in silence. I stood up, raised my glass. To family, I said, and to the truth. I slid a folded paper across the table. Lakewood Clinic's report. His face drained of color. The biggest lie wasn't you sleeping with my sister, I said. It was pretending you could ever be a father. Gasps filled the room. Angela's smirk shattered. My mother's face turned pale. And Mom, I added, that house is lovely. But when Joey's company investigates the missing $200,000, they're going to want it back. Chaos erupted. Joey lunged. Security dragged him away, screaming. 6 months later, a pottery studio. My hands covered in clay. Real laughter filling the air. A news alert. Former finance executive Joey Peterson sentenced to 5 years for embezzlement. I stared at the photo, felt nothing, just quiet. On my balcony, a single orchid bloomed. I wasn't broken. I was just planted in the wrong garden. Thank you for listening to my story. Now I want to hear yours. Have you ever had a moment that felt like an ending, but became a new beginning?